And welcome in, everybody, tonight. Another night, James Monroe, after that down-to-the-wire overtime victory last night against rival Greenbrier West. Got another old rival coming in here, and the Summers County Bobcats, they come in sitting on a 6-5 record. They have
3-3 in the conference there in the AA Coalfield division.
Yeah, I have a couple wins against Liberty, or a win against Liberty, a couple wins against Independence, Meadowbridge, and a couple losses to Wyoming East, lost to West Side. They've been up and down a little bit. To come in, though, saw last night Braden McClung came in here and got 39 points and nearly propelled his team to a victory on this court against the Mavericks. You got another kid coming in here for the Bobcats who has the same kind of potential, and that is Brandon Isaac. Yeah, so he's dropped 30-plus points a few times already this season, and he's going to look to do it again tonight. I know he did it against, I believe, Mercer Christian there earlier in the season. He's had a couple more, but got a guy you got to watch. They're going to have to play some tight defense on him, not let him get those shots up. But like last night, McClung, there was tight defense on McClung, and he was just dropping shots.
Yeah, it just didn't matter. You could put that McClung kid. You could put his body in any position you wanted to. I mean, and his shot though didn't change. It's one thing I noticed throughout the game last night. No matter how out of control the rest of his body was, his shot was perfect every time.
Don't have an indication yet on who the starters for either team are going to be. I have some suspicions, but we will see when we get into it. We're about 20 seconds away from action. We're going to have National Anthem sung by Lady Maverick, Aaliyah Hill. So you're going to get to listen to that lovely voice, and we'll be right back.
Get everyone's attention before we do the national anthem and starting lineups. We'd like to take a moment here. Number 40 for Summers County, Jacob Smith is listed today in the national
Getting ready to get to the starting lineups. Again, that was Lady Maverick, Aaliyah Hill, with the national anthem. made an announcement just before that. Number 40 for Summers County is Jacob Smith, and he enlisted in the National Guard today. Received a round of applause. I believe it was a standing ovation, Jamie.
Yes, it was.
I believe, just a reminder that a lot of these guys on the verge of adulthood here, and things going on. You spent some time in the service.
Yeah, I didn't get a standing ovation when I left. I got told to GTFO on out of there. And Mom and Dad's glad to have a spare room. That was funny. There were shrubs I trimmed every year. You know that.
And now the starting lineup for your Mavericks. 6-foot junior, ready to go on.
It's going to be Leighton Dowdy. Run through Summers County real quick. Brandon Isaac, Robbie Brown, Ryan Oliveros, Aiden Plumley, and Ben Dunford. Cooper Ridgway next off for the Mavericks. Ryan Mann.
6'2" sophomore, wearing number 20, Ryan Mann.
Looking at Summers County, they're going to have
6'3" senior, wearing number 23, Ryan Cole.
Ryan Cole.
They're going to have 3 players just over 6 foot tall. Basically, almost a 5-guard lineup for them.
Brady Baker, the last off. He had a big game last night. Came away with 13 points.
Timely
points.
Plays.
So you're looking at what looks like more of at least 3 guards on the court for Summers County. 32 is Aiden Plumley. Could be a guy who has some length to play that forward position, and what looks like true center in Ben Dunford. Might be a good matchup tonight between Dunford and Baker.
Yeah, the similar sized fellas. That it's probably going to come down to conditioning.
And you're going to have Brandon Isaac in the center circle. He's going to jump against Ryan Cole. Players are ready. Officials are ready. Crowd's ready. And we are off. Ball's in the air. Tip back going to be controlled by Mann. Mann will push across midcourt. He's going to be picked up there by Isaac. Comes to Ridgway. Ridgway guarded closely by Oliveros. Finds Cole. Cole with a jab step. Now gets it back to the top of the key to Dowdy. Dowdy finds Mann. Mann puts it on the floor. He works still hard against Isaac. We're going to get it to Baker. We're going to see that matchup now. And Baker's going to have that ball smacked away. It was Brandon Isaac who came and knocked it out of bounds. He'll stay with the Mavericks.
Yeah, Isaac definitely moving his feet first and sealing off the baseline there from Baker. A lot he could do there.
Dowdy looked to get the ball in. Finds Cole. Now to Ridgway. Ridgway comes to Dowdy on the right wing. Dowdy is guarded there by Brown. Into Mann. Mann with some ferocious defense on him by Brown.
Yeah, his hands are plenty there.
Did you ever play that video game Street Fighter? They had a guy who could move his hands up and down really fast. Kind of looked like that playing defense.
Whackety, whackety, whack.
They get the ball into Plumley. Now they're going to lose it, and Mann with it, and there's going to be a foul. That's going to go against Plumley as he reached in.
Yeah, Mann lost the ball that time as it rolled over top of his head. And I think he didn't know exactly where it was at. When he did get a hold of it there, he just fouled quickly.
Zero still. First foul of the game just called on Aiden Plumley. The Maverick ball as they cross midcourt. Dowdy sets up the offense. Comes to Ridgway. And Ridgway had a pass intended for Cole, and Cole didn't see it and cut. And that ball went to nobody. I think the first person to touch that was Summers County's coach.
That's far as really ball pressure defense from Summers County.
They're going to work that ball into Dunford. We'll see the matchup again. Doesn't want to back up against Baker, so he's going to work things back out. Now Isaac with the ball gets it over to Brown. Brown's going to drive against Cole. Kicks back out to Isaac. Mid-range jumper in the air. Off back iron. Rebound brought down by Ridgway. Now Ridgway's going to trot across midcourt as he'll set up the offense. Comes to Dowdy. Dowdy with a wide open three. Just a bit strong. Rebound fought for. Brought down by Baker. It'll be a foul. I think it's going to go on Ryan Oliveros. And it will. Dowdy looking to throw in again. He's got Cole. Cole catches. Able to close out. He's not going to have the shot. Goes to Mann. Oliveros works to pick up man. Now comes back to Ridgway. Ridgway finds Dowdy on the right side. They're a double team there. Fires into man. Man turns mid-range jumper up off back iron. Rebound brought out by Plumlee. Plumlee's going to hand off to Oliveros, and they're off down the right side. Still 0-0. Jump shot up and got it. Ryan Oliveros. One of the guys you circle coming into this game along with Brandon Isaac that you have to watch out for. And he's got the first 2 of the game as Dowdy's going to push up a 2. That hits back iron and comes right back out. Ball in the hands of Isaac. He's going to be picked up there by Ryan Mann. Mann comes across to Brown. Brown's going to drive baseline. Now turns around, gets the ball tipped away. That's stolen by Cole. Gets it up to Ridgway, all the way up to Mann. Mann goes up, but is blocked from behind and out of bounds.
He was, the ball came down and touched Mann's foot as Mann was standing out of bounds after the block shot. A lot of hustle from Summers County there.
Speed by, I believe that was Brandon Isaac who caught up to him and got that block from behind. Did a good job of not fouling in the process. Oliveros will come right side where he picks up by Dowdy. Comes back to Isaac. Find Plumlee, get to Oliveros. He's going to drive again, gets a shot up in front of Baker and gets that one to go. All 4 points in this game. Credit to Ryan Oliveros. And with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter, the Mavericks trail by 4. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Ridgway. And that's picked up by Oliveros. He's all over the place right now. Call him all over Oliveros.
I believe they've got an injury time out there. Number 10. Reach back here. He's grabbing his hamstring. That'd be Rob.
Yeah.
That'd be Roby Brown.
Maybe even lower. I think he's got a calf cramp. He's rubbing that left calf.
Now he's down. He is.
He's not going to be out long. He's already trying to get back up. Aiden Plumlee with the ball, hounded by Ridgway, but he's going to have a lane, drives in against Baker and takes it right to the hoop. 6-0, the Mavericks.
That's twice they drove there, and Baker's got over there to help both times.
Three on the air by Cole, and he hits the back iron. Cold streak from last night continues for Cole. And that's out of bounds on the Mavericks again, another turnover.
Again, just not being aware of where your feet are in relation to the out-of-bounds line. James Rooney slowed the ball and run their offense. They haven't actually got a good look at this Summers County defense yet and went all the way through their offense.
We have Ben Lane into the game right now. He's come in for Brown. Now they get the ball to Isaac, find Oliveros. Three in the air off the front of the iron, and rebound brought out by Ryan Cole. He finds Ridgway, and Ridgway will come to the right side, loses the handle on the ball. Oh, and it actually, fortunately for Summers County, bounced completely over top of the outstretched arm of Ryan Oliveros and ended up out of bounds. Halfway through the first quarter, Mavericks still set on a goose egg, and they trail by 6. And not a single of that point has come from Brandon Isaac. Ben Lane with the ball. He's going to have it tipped away, and it's going to be picked up by Oliveros.
Yeah, Oliveros, as maybe defense focused a little bit in on elsewhere, he's taking that opportunity. There will be an offensive foul there. I think a push off on.
They're going to get Isaac on. No, they're going to get Oliveros.
Oliveros, yeah.
Yep.
Pushed off on man. There, now they've got a good opportunity, James Reed, to walk
that is
the ball.
The second foul on Oliveros.
Yeah. They need to walk the ball down and run their offense and not take the very first shot that the first guy comes.
Ridgway gets to the foul line, and you're going to say carry. Oh, no, an offensive foul. That's going to go
Baker.
against.
It's another push. It's just a little push off there from Brady. It wasn't much of a foul, but it's enough, I guess, to be called.
Yeah, I thought they were going to call a travel there as Ridgway had turned his hand a little bit on the dribble, but instead they got the offensive foul. That is the first foul on Baker. It's kind of shaping up like last night. You know, the Mavericks take an early deficit, but then Summers County and Greenbrier West, same last night, start getting into a little bit of foul trouble. That second foul on Oliveros is something to keep an eye on. 3:15 to play in the first, and it's 0-6. He'll get this ball into Oliveros in the backcourt. And he'll run it. Dowdy gets a shot up and in and out. Ryan Mann brings down the rebound. And he'll push across, loses the handle. and it's tipped around. Everybody's got their hand on it. Finally, Baker corrals it. That ball, gracious day. Now Dowdy, back to Cole. Cole's going to put it on the ground, works against Plumlee, gets him on the air, and makes it. That jab step, sudden stop.
They were extremely lucky to just get those 2 points, because what you did is you had James Monroe player taking it against 4 defenders and trying to be a one-man. I'm not sure what the decision-making process was there. They were lucky to get out there with 2 points.
And they get the ball into Dunford. He's not able to convert. And they get it up to Cole. He's got to be careful. Wow, Brandon Isaac can just sneak up right behind you and pick your pocket. He's done it a couple times in this game. And he did it right there. Tipped that ball away.
Been more focused on his defense in this game and not looking to score.
Oliveros spins, shot up, left it short. Rebound's going to be tipped out by Dunford, and it'll be back to the Mavericks. 2-6 now. Mavericks find their first points on that Ryan Cole drive jump shot. But it comes with just under 3 minutes to play, and now the clock's ticked down to 2 in the first quarter. About to have another substitution as Aiden Gardner is going to check into this game on the next dead ball. They get it to Cole underneath. He turns shot up. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Ridgway. Ridgway gets a shot up. He'll be fouled by Plumlee, and it'll be headed to the line for 2.
See, that's what happens when you run your offense instead of just running down the court and shooting the ball like there's 0.2 of a second left in a tie ball game. Take your time, run your offense. You'll get those high percentage shots, and you'll wind up with opportunity to score from free throw line.
Leaves the first one short.
It's uncharacteristic for him.
Yeah, you wonder if the game last night tacked on with the game tonight has affected their legs at all.
Well, it was definitely a little bit longer than they anticipated last night.
Shot up and good. So cuts it to a 3-point lead for the Bobcats, and now Will Bogus will be ready to check in for the Mavericks at the next opportunity.
And that may be why you're seeing an early substitution here from James Monroe, which you typically don't see.
There's Isaac's shot in the air. Got it. I think that's the first shot attempt he's had all night, and he nails it. Get it up to Cole. Cole comes back to Ridgway. Ridgway finds Dowdy on the left side. Has been laying in his face. Now he comes back to Baker. Baker, guarded by Gardner, finds Cole. Shot in the air, no good. Brady Baker goes in there and clears out a rebound, but can't get it to go. And then there's going to be a foul on Ridgway as Gardner was able to establish position. Forced him over to the back. Second foul on Ridgway. Had that offensive foul earlier.
Both teams need to be careful there in terms of foul trouble. You got several players with 2 fouls already, not even the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, and if that was the plan before, it is now. Will Bogus will come in for Cooper Ridgway. Plumlee slips with the ball, now gets it back out to Lane. Lane finds Isaac. And he's guarded by Will Bogus. Bogus had some decent defensive stands last night. And has one right there as Isaac goes up and loses a handle on the ball. Has to kick it back out to Oliveros, but they can't do anything underneath as Plumlee comes down with the rebound off of the shot by Lane and puts it back in. 10-3 with 38 seconds to play in the first quarter. Dowdy works the ball into Baker. Baker muscles against Gardner, gets a shot up, scores, and will go to the line.
Yeah, that was a physical mismatch there. Brady's way too strong for it was
Aiden Gardner.
Gardner. And, the double team got there too late, and he just split it anyway.
Had a chance to talk to him last night. I found it interesting. We'll see where he throws in the air. Got it. We talked about how he had developed his game over the past few years, and when the guy he brought up that he wanted to credit was Cam Thomas. Now, Cam graduated a couple years ago, was on that first state champion team. And I thought that was an interesting thing. Cam was always a good center, was able to contribute on the points a lot in that year.
Speaking of which, that little drop step error that Brady had,
and Isaac gets another shot up, misses everything, and there's Brady Baker again to get that rebound. He talked about Cam teaching him, you just float around and shot goes in.
Goodness!
Leighton Dowdy gets
with this kind of a half-hearted baseball throw towards the basket, and I saw it had a good arc on it, but I figured it would be a little bit strong.
You see that every end of a quarter. Somebody just launches a ball, and they never go in. But that one from just a step or two
past the court.
Yeah, past the 3-point line on the opposite side. It didn't hit anything.
No.
It drops right in the bucket.
And it leaves us with a
1-point game.
1-point game, yeah, instead of a 4-point differential.
All right, we'll take a break and be right back. Wow.
The things you see at a high school basketball game.
Right, getting ready to come back to action. Folks, I'm not speechless a whole lot, but what a shot. I mean, wow.
Yeah,
anyway.
you always see those attempts, and, you just put it up there and see what happens. And sometimes they're close, but
I tell you what, I think we need to see if we can get that on Sports Center tonight. Somebody get those guys on the phone. Anyway, ball is with Ryan Oliveros, and they still have a 1-point lead. We're now into the second quarter. Goes to Isaac. Isaac works against Bogus, has to give it back up to Lane, now to Oliveros. And Oliveros comes over to Brown, who's back into this game. Brown finds Isaac, who's watched closely by Bogus.
Isaac's won that isolation. If he could drive into the lane and pull up that really quick 8-10 foot jump shot of his.
Brown gets past to Isaac. He's going to work back inside, gets to the foul line, and has to give up his dribble, and he's in some trouble here. And able to find Oliveros, able to keep that foot in place. Comes back to Lane. Lane guarded closely by Ryan Cole. Now to Isaac. Bogus has him. Going to drive against him. He gets a shot up and leaves it off the side of the rim. Can't get it to go. Loose on the floor. Everybody's after it. And it's still loose.
Finally going to be a tie.
It'll be a jump ball, and it's going to go to James Monroe. That ball, we've seen it a couple times tonight. The ball just going everywhere.
Isaac, he got the shot he wanted there that time, just pulled up a little bit short, but they want to get that one-on-one isolation with him as he's looking to try to find some offensive production here in the second quarter.
Will Bogus has the ball, finds Dowdy. Dowdy could shoot from there, but he might need to back up 30 feet first. Now gets called.
Yeah, there's intense defense on the ball.
Over to Mann. Mann three in the air. Got it! Ryan Mann, and he needed that one.
Yes, he's had his struggles from the field here past couple of games. It's good to see him drop one down.
Gets that back to Oliveros.
As that
and now to Lane.
Gives a 12-10 ball game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, gives the Mavericks their first lead of this game, as a matter of fact. Rebound brought down by Cole, and they go to Dowdy. He could just shoot it from there, maybe. Try that again. I mean, if it keeps working. Dowdy, man, he misses it. I hate to keep harping on that shot, but that was amazing.
Yeah, that.
I'm probably going to say it a few times, maybe even a few more games this season, anytime Dowdy gets the ball. Back up and shoot it from the other side. And they work it into Dunford. Dunford loses the ball. It's loose. It's going to be a jump call, and that one will stay with Summers.
I think one of the reasons he took that shot is that was one of the only places he's not had number 23 in his hip pocket tonight.
Inbounds, gets into, that was Plumlee, and he's going to be fouled. They didn't catch who the foul was on. It looks like it's going to be
Man.
Okay, going to be on Man. Yep.
I believe that's his first.
Yeah, yes it is.
Hey, just caught him out of position. He kind of had his two-thirds of the way turned away from him whenever he caught that ball on the inbounds passes. As it would have been probably an automatic 2 points in his first foul of the night. It's probably a good foul to commit.
Shot on the way. Got it. So he's going to get both.
They're going to pick up a little half-court pressure, maybe trap out of it.
And it's going to work as Bogus loses the ball. But, it's hit. Oh, they're going to call the foul. It's going to go against Bogus.
Yeah, as he was trying to pass that ball there, Bogus kind of reached across the body there. Tried to get the ball, just didn't quite.
Plumlee with the ball. He drives in, goes up against Baker, takes contact, can't get the ball there. Baker's just a hard guy to move.
He did, yeah. He made a move back maybe 2 inches there, and as a result of him having position, it was a good no call because the ball just basically went straight up in the air.
12-12, 5:01 to play in the second. They get into a cutting. That was Gardner. It can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Baker. Baker spins and finds Dowdy. Dowdy works against all of it. Actually, 3 players coming to Dowdy. They have it to Cole in the corner. Cole's going to get trapped, has to find somebody to get it to, and comes back to the top to Dowdy. Dowdy's going to drive all the way in. Shot up and good.
That's what
Leighton
happens.
Dowdy turning on the offense tonight.
That's what happens when you pull 3 defenders out to trap in the corner. You know, you're going to leave that lane wide open.
Oliveros works to the right. Comes to Plumlee. Plumlee's looking inside as Brown's running all around trying to get open, but Ryan Mann sticking right with him. They get to Oliveros. He's going to drive in, gets a shot up, and it'll trickle around and down.
Does anybody know if Dowdy's left-handed? Is Leighton left-handed?
I think he's right-handed.
The majority is later from the left-hand side.
Pass comes back over to Bogus. And he's trapped there. They're really playing some hard trap defense away, and they get it to Mann. Mann's going to drive, has a wide open lane, shot up, leaves it long, and the rebound will end up bouncing off of Brady Baker and out of bounds. Settled for that jump shot. Couldn't get it to go. 3:48 to play. Tie game at 14. Oliveros works against Dowdy, comes into Plumlee. Handoff to Isaac, shot up from the free throw line, hits the back of the iron, won't go. Rebound out to Ryan Cole. Cole finds Bogus.
They're looking to trap him again here.
And they do. And he gets it to Mann. Mann comes all the way across a high pass. And right tips back into Baker. And a score. Wow, credit that to Leighton Dowdy.
Absolutely, 100%. That pass was high and darn near impossible to get the handle on.
Leighton. And another shot by Oliveros. Dowdy right on top of him. Oliveros just able to capitalize on that and make a nice shot. Go back to that play, though. That was a high pass that went into Dowdy. He goes up, gets it, and in the same motion as catching it, tosses it to a wide-open Brady Baker.
As what was happening, the defense was collapsing to the ball in the corner again, try to establish that trap, and it wasn't happening that time. You know, once bitten, twice shy.
The presence of mind to be able to go up to corral that high pass and see that Baker's open under there and get him the pass. A couple of amazing.
An accurate pass.
That's right. Yeah. Leighton Dowdy has had several highlight plays here tonight. He's got the ball. Now comes to Cole at the top of the key. They find Bogus. Bogus cashed in from a 3 there last night. Now he's going to drive into the lane. Goes right into the defense. Back out to Cole. Cole 3 in the air. Got it. And Ryan Cole needed that as he had been cold last night. Heating up now. Oliveros with the ball. He's going to stop. Pushes up a quick jump shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Baker. He'll find Mann. 2:29 to play with a 3-point Maverick lead in the second quarter. Will Bogus has the ball. Oliveros keeps him at arm's length to go back to Cole. Another 3-pointer in the air straight away. And rims everywhere but in and comes out to Oliveros. 3-point game as the clock ticks down toward 2 minutes. Oliveros will set up the offense for the Bobcats. Looks to Brown inside. Now instead comes to Isaac at the top. Isaac works to the right and hands off to Lane. Lane comes back, is going to give that ball to Isaac, but it's taken away by Will Bogus. Bogus is out in front of everybody. He drives in and now kicks it over to Cole. Cole drives and shoots, scores. I think Will Bogus remembered that block from earlier and saw Isaac coming and just fed it behind him.
He heard the footsteps. There were 2 Summers County defenders that were closing up on him pretty quick. That was a well-executed pass.
And we're going to get a timeout from Summers County.
Yeah, we've got the biggest lead of the night at 5 points for James Monroe.
Coach McBride going to want to talk this one over as they've seen this back-and-forth game stretch out now to a James Monroe 5-point lead. And with a couple, minute and a half left in this quarter, you don't want to get yourself in too big of a deficit before the half. You want to stop this right now and try to keep this thing where it is.
Right now, on both ends of the floor, it's the Dowdy and Baker show.
It is.
Not to say anybody else hasn't contributed, but right now in terms of rebounds, shots, and assists, it's those two.
Minute 37 remains in the second quarter. The Mavericks on a pretty good run right here. Have 5 unanswered points.
5 unanswered points, and with a minute 37 seconds left, we've got the possession arrow too. Judge Rose, if there's a tie up, they're going to get the ball back.
The Mavericks are going to guard into the backcourt as they get the ball to Brown. Back off and let Brown come across midcourt.
What you do right now, you've got some players out there with 2 fouls. You don't want anybody picking up their third foul with a minute 23 seconds left in the half.
Oliveras has the ball. He's going to try to drive in, but it's going to be Mann and Dowdy both sticking him as he tries to go and have to back out. And he's going to work against Dowdy again. Summers County's trying to hold this for the last minute and a half, slow this down, but they haven't made a lot of attempts to get toward the basket. Now they get to a cutting Isaac. Just as I say it, shot up, makes it, and a foul.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see anybody around him as he shot, so I'm not sure.
Going to call a foul on Bogus. Bogus fouled out of the game last night, has 2 on him now.
Second, so
Cooper Ridgway's been on the bench with 2 fouls for a while, makes that shot, cuts it to a 2-point game. Just as I say, the Summers County isn't trying to push to the basket. They get it to Isaac, and he drills one.
Well, as they opened up the floor, you can tell they were looking for somebody to cut there.
Dowdy with the ball now. Pulls the defense to the right and swings it to Bogus, who goes to Cole, right back to Bogus. Double team on Bogus now. He's going to drive around it, loses the handle on the ball, and it goes to Oliveros. 35 seconds to play in the first half, and he'll shovel a pass to Brandon Isaac. Isaac's going to work against Bogus, shakes him, shot up, and got it. Created his own shot there off the dribble, and it's a tie game again. So that timeout worked well for Summers County. They stopped that run and caught this thing right back up. And with 16 seconds, the Mavericks are probably looking to make this the last shot of the half. They come to Mann. Clock ticks down under 7 seconds. They get it to Bogus, over to Dowdy in the corner. 3 seconds. Long pass is just going to go out. It's going to be an empty possession. And the ball goes out of bounds with a second and a half on the clock.
And Cole was fortunate to even come up with that pass. It was a bounce pass that bounced about, a foot and a half away from his toes. Still able to get the ball because it was all for naught because he threw it away. So
Isaac with the ball, picks it up at half court, and that shot's going to be after the buzzer. And after one half of action, it's 21-21. This thing is setting. Actually, Mavericks in a little bit better position they were in last night when they went into the half down. Yeah. So now they're going to go in tied, and we'll see what kind of adjustments Coach Savage and Coach McBride come up with and who can come out on top in the second half. Don't go anywhere. Could be bonus basketball again the way this one's going. We'll see you in a few.
Granted, he does have.
I don't know what that is.
1 for 4, I think. water. Yeah.
All right. Back into action. Have some stats from the first half. Brady Baker comes away with 7 rebounds already. You have 7 points to Ryan Cole. Those are your stat leaders for the moment. And we're off to action as the ball goes to Ridgeway. Ridgeway had to settle a lot of that half with foul trouble.
Yeah, I hope he didn't develop any ring rust while he was over there. Well, that's a boxing term, but there's a reach-in foul there. I thought I heard the whistle blow. It must have been a squeaky sneaker.
Man with the ball works against Brown. Going to dribble his way in, loses the handle, gets it out to Dowdy. Dowdy's going to drive in, shot up, and can't get it to go. Rebound, shakes around, and it's going to be a jump ball. Arrow to Summers.
I tell you, it's been an adjustment made for whatever reason. I saw Brady Baker post up in the extreme far corner and just stay stationary there. I'm not sure if they were thinking the defender was going to follow him out there or what and open up the middle. But
handoff to Isaac, shot up and got it in front of Ridgeway. They've hit him with a couple of those tonight.
That's his bread and butter. He's so doggone good at it. They're trying to get the ball into Baker.
There's Ridgeway, spins in the lane, shot up, fouled.
And I believe it's going to go on Isaac. Is it?
Yep. That is the first on Isaac.
Is, yeah. I was thinking Oliveros
has 2. That's right. Shot up and got it. Cuts it to a 1-point game now.
Ridgeway, as per normal, he's going to make his presence felt there.
Leaves that one short, but it's a rebound by Cole. Can't get the shot to drop, and the rebound brought out by Dunford.
As Dunford starting here in the second half, he spent quite a bit of time.
Tried to thread a pass by Dowdy, and he reached out and got it. Goes up to Cole. Cole too strong. He was flying in there and just couldn't slow the ball down enough. And Oliveros gets man in the air, man with a little how do you do, and it'll be 2 shots coming for Oliveros.
Yeah, it wasn't any secret sauce on what was going to happen there. The head and shoulder fake, but. Yeah, unfortunate for James Monroe. Cole just carried way too much momentum there into the basket there.
That ball rolls around the entire circumference of the earth and falls in. Second one up and got it. So that's going to be a 3-point lead out for the Bobcats, 22-25, with a minute and a half expired through the third quarter. Get it to Dowdy. Dowdy pushes up the 3 from the left side, off the front of the iron. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch, Ryan Cole.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get the handle on it there as the ball was traveling out of bounds.
Oliveros comes to the right side. Dowdy covers. He's going to drive baseline. Tries to get a shot in front of Baker, and that's not going to work. Baker comes down on the other side with the rebound. Gets it to Man. Man works against Isaac. Drives in. Feeds it back to Ridgeway. Shot in the air. Won't go. That was Dowdy. Sorry, not Ridgeway. He gets his own rebound. Feeds into Baker. Baker turns that hook shot and got it.
That's what they need to be looking for, those kind of shots right now when you're playing from behind.
Brown guarded by Cole is trying to drive right side all the way across to Isaac. Isaac puts it on the ground and slips. They're going to call the foul on Ridgeway.
Yeah, there was no foul there. He just happened to slip, and Ridgeway happened to be in the vicinity.
That's going to be the third on Ridgeway, so tough break.
Yeah, that's
the Mavericks on that.
This early in the second half, you didn't want to see it. It's unfortunate because I'm not really sure there's a foul there.
Ball comes into Isaac deep away and almost picked up a fourth right there. If he had taken another step in, Isaac was going to land on him. And offensive foul on Brown.
I'd say that
that's the first on Brown. 5:30 left to play with a 1-point lead for Summers County in the third quarter.
I kind of feel like that was a get-back call for that earlier call on Ridgeway.
Pass into Man. He's hounded, spins, loses the ball. It's taken away by Dunford. Passed that ball into Brown. He had Brown into Man. He had 3 defenders around him, just had nowhere to go. Over to Plumlee now. Plumlee's going to put it on the ground. Gets a pass back to Brown. 3 in the air. Long rebound brought out by Man. He's going to spin by a defender. Has Oliveros in front of him as he drives. Cuts around. Gives a head fake. Drives in. Loses the ball. Gets it back. Shot up and fouled. I think that foul might go against, who was that down there? Brown again. So be his second. Two shots coming for Ryan Mann. The first one is too strong. Second one is not, and it drops. 25-25 with under 5 minutes left in the third. And another offensive foul. They're going to, that's on Oliveros. So that's his third?
It's be his third. I didn't see it. I was reading some notes.
That's offensive fouls leading to turnovers for 2 straight trips for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and all the way from the ball.
Let's let the Mavericks get back to even here. Cooper Ridgeway still in the game with 3. He feeds it to Baker. Baker drives but loses it, and a foul. Are they going to get Brown again?
I believe that he was there.
That's his third foul. He had no fouls coming into this quarter.
I'll tell you the contact there was the irresistible force movement, the immovable object, and the immovable object
that puts them into the bonus. There's going to be shots the rest of this quarter. There's 4:33 left in the quarter. Shot up and good.
Did you see the post-foul contact there between Baker and 34?
Yeah.
It was,
shot on the way and got them both. Soft touch from the big man.
Yeah, well, he's, get that little hook shot he's got there. I mentioned there last night, he's butter on his hands. Just smooth.
Isaac comes back to the top to Plumlee. Plumlee finds Oliveros. Oliveros is going to drive back to the center against 2 defenders. It's Dowdy and Man. Comes back to Plumlee. Thinks about the open 3. Instead, he's going to put it to the baseline. Gets trapped there by Man, and Baker has to come all the way back out to Oliveros, and they'll reset. The clock ticks down to 4 minutes in the third quarter, and the Mavericks with a 2-point lead as Oliveros drives and shoots from the foul line. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down Ryan Cole. Ryan Cole comes to Ryan Mann. Mann steps up. He's going to drive into the lane, stops, head fake, floater up, bounces around. He'll be fouled. I think it's going to be Ben Lane.
Going back to the Jamesburg defense, their last defensive stand there. Throughout this whole game, anytime anybody's gotten onto that baseline, Baker slid over there and helped every time. I don't think Hinton scored. Not Hinton.
And soft shot from Mann drops.
I don't think they've been able to get anything off of driving that baseline tonight.
Second shot up and got them both.
That stretches out to a 4-point lead here for.
And pass into Plumlee. Baker's there, foul, and scored. The opportunity for a 3-point play for Aiden Plumlee as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, Baker had position, but he had set up just a little bit further away from the basket as he wanted to. As he tried to slide down there and seal that off there, caught sliding those feet a little bit, and just enough to get the foul.
Plumlee's shot doesn't go, and the rebound's brought down by Man. Man works against Isaacs in the full court.
And that was Baker. Also, that's Baker's second foul, so he's not in bad shape at all at this point in the game.
Now Isaac guards Ridgeway. They work it over to the corner to Man. Man floater up, won't go. Baker with the rebound. He is rejected by numerous defenders. And the Mavericks come out with the ball, though, with Dowdy in control at the top of the key. Man comes back to Dowdy. Dowdy steps up. Is going to get a shot from foul line extended. It rolls in and out, and it's brought down by Man. Oh, foul on Cooper Ridgway. That'll be his fourth. The crowd doesn't like it.
I couldn't see it due to the railing here that seems to come into play here at every ball game. I just couldn't see it where it happened at, so I couldn't tell you one way or the other. Maybe we'll be able to look at it on replay here when we get a break.
Ridgway's staying in this game with 4 fouls, and I don't see anybody getting up over there, getting ready to get into this, and tried to backdoor pass into Dunford, and it goes right out of bounds.
Yeah, Dunford.
Oliveros is letting him know as he goes by.
Yeah,
you need to be over here.
You need to have.
Pass comes to Man. Man gets a shot up from the extended foul line. Won't go. Baker with the rebound. Oliveros and has that touch hook in and scores. And Will Bogus is now up. He's going to come in momentarily for Ridgway. Ridgway just needs to be really careful not to pick up number 5. They're going to get this ball to Plumlee. Puts a shoulder down into Baker and puts it up and in.
You know, I could do a little bit of that myself here.
Pass comes into Man. Man is in some trouble, but he gets it over to Dowdy. Dowdy finds Ridgway underneath. Ridgway goes out for the shot. Can't get it to go. Baker, another hook. Brady Baker, you're seeing the development of the next great Maverick center, I think, over this past week.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a huge difference between him last year and this year just in terms of his offensive capabilities.
We got a foul. Is that going to be on Baker? It'll put the Mavericks into the bonus. We're going to have shots. A timeout coming. Still waiting to see who that was on. I think they signaled 35, but they haven't put it on the board yet. Oh, no, they put it on Ryan Cole, so it's actually only going to be Cole's second. It would have been Baker's third. They signaled 23. But it puts both teams now into the double bonus, so for the remainder of the third quarter, we'll have shots on every foul. Something you picked up on. Summers County doesn't have a lot of away games on the season, but it looks like they are 2-1 in those.
Yeah, they have had success on the road. So that shows nothing else in mental toughness and maturity on their part.
Jays Monroe, on the other hand, is only into about their 4th game, I think, at home this season. The schedule front load was almost all the way. Shot up and leaves it short.
Yeah, I think some of them are starting to get their mail up there in Raleigh County. And now what you don't want to see, people get tired of saying, is when you're behind.
And that one goes, so it'll cut it to a 3-point game. 1:41 left in the third quarter.
When you're behind at this point in the game, you don't want to be missing free throw opportunities. There's a chance to score with the clock stopped.
Summers County's going to apply some pressure, and the ball knocked away from Man. Plumlee gets it, and it's going to end up in the hands of Oliveros. Oliveros comes back to the top of the key. It's an empty possession for James Monroe. And it's a 1-possession game as the ball's in the hand of Brandon Isaac. Fade away, 2, got it. Cuts it to 1 point now with just over a minute left in the third quarter. Every time the Mavericks are able to get a run, Summers County's answered. They get it to Man. Man turns, finds Cole. Shot up, that's a block. Brandon Isaac got a hand on that 3 attempt and goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mavericks.
Yeah, Cole, just a little mental mistake there. He thought he was all by himself, could take his time, set up, square up, like he's on the playground by himself. And Summers County had something to say about that. The opposition, they do get a vote.
Dowdy tries to get the ball into Bogus, but it's knocked away and ends up in the hands of Summers County, and now it's with Brandon Isaac. Isaac works against Ryan Mann.
And that's what you don't want to see is him in a one-on-one matchup.
He cuts to the inside, has to give up his dribble, comes back to Plumlee. Plumlee's going to drive, funnels it into Dunford. Dunford rejected by Ryan Cole, and rebound brought out to Baker. Baker finds Dowdy. Dowdy comes to Ryan Mann. Mann's going to get it to Cole in the corner. Back to Mann. Swings to Dowdy. Dowdy into the corner to Boggs. Boggs is going to take it a three. Misses. And saved from out of bounds by the Bobcats. And it's going to be into the hands of Oliveros as he works against Will Boggs. Drives in. Shot up. Fouled. No basket. But he's going to go to the line for two with 16 seconds on the clock. Third foul on Will Bogus. And all this happening as talked about the senior leader of this team, Cooper Ridgway, is relegated to the bench with his fourth foul.
Well, I do believe that he's the safest place for him right now because, you're going to need that his command presence there maybe later on in the game.
Shot up and in. Ties things up here at 33. And the Mavericks will have the ball with 12 seconds to go as they try to get over midcourt. Find Mann in the middle. Comes to Cole. Gets a man in the air. Now he's going to drive. Loses the ball. And it's taken out by Brown. They go to lane. 3 seconds to go. Brown, I don't know if he realizes it. And he does it as it's going to hit the zeros with no shot. And with that,
we're going to have an 8-minute ball game.
We're exactly where we were at halftime, a tie game. So we'll be right back. Fourth quarter coming. I won't say the end of the game because you don't know. We'll see when we get there. We'll be right back.
I believe. Look at third record.
Back to action here for the fourth quarter. These schools only about half an hour from each other. A large contingent of Bobcat fans have come up. You have two opposing student sections right now on either end of the court chanting back and forth at each other.
Yeah, crowd's been involved in a good way throughout this whole game.
Yeah, it's good atmosphere here tonight. Tie game into the fourth quarter. So here's Will Bogus. He comes to Cole. Cole looks inside, now comes back to Bogus. Bogus swings to the left side, finds Dowdy. Dowdy comes back to Bogus. He looks into the corner. Now instead he's going to keep. It's a bounce pass to Cole. They close out. He's trapped, gets it into Baker. Baker double team now. Gets a pass to Ryan Mann. Three from the left corner. Leaves it off the front of the rim, and it won't go. Rebound out to Brown. Brown handoff to Oliveros. And Oliveros will slow things down on his side of the court. He's going to get it to Isaac. Isaac gets that jump shot up, get in, and oh my gosh, how did that thing come out?
2/3 of the way through the hoop.
Defies gravity as that pops back out. Ryan Mann, coast to coast, shot up, blocked by Brown on this end, but it's going to go out of bounds. And here comes Cooper Ridgway. They've held him back as long as they can in this one.
Yeah, this is a tie game. I mean, you have to just hope that he doesn't pick up his fifth here.
They get it into Cole. Cole turns, has Ryan Mann. He gets a head fake, comes to Ridgway. Ridgway back out to Cole. Cole checks his feet, has a three, and he got it. Oh, he had time to look down to make sure his feet were in the right spot.
Nobody came out on him. He was undefended there.
He actually caught that ball with, it would have been a two if he had put it up. He looked down, scooted a foot back, and put up the three and got it. Gives the Mavericks the 3-point lead. Oliveros works to Plumlee, finds Isaac. They give Isaac the inside. He cuts there. They collapse. Now back to the top to Brown. Saw that last night. Mavericks asking teams to drive toward that baseline so they can pick up the collapse to the double team there. And it was just McClung last night able to hit shots from there. Well defended.
Yeah.
And we've seen Isaac do it some tonight. And timeout, Summers County comes with 6:09 left in regulation.
And that's going to bring them down to 2 timeouts left, I do believe.
This will be a 30-second.
And that could be, those 2 timeouts, that could be critical here when you're looking at a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. But you know, it's kind of, James Monroe, you kind of got to be a little bit nervous about that because every time that they've had an opportunity to make small adjustments, they've came out and gone on a run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw that earlier on the timeout that was taken when the Mavericks built out that 5-point lead, which represents their biggest lead of the game. Summers County's biggest lead has been 6.
And you know, as we go through this and we're sitting here looking at it, this is going to be looking more like a football score than a basketball score by the end of this game. We sometimes we forget that you know, with the moves back and forth, AA, single A, that we are playing a AA school here. James Monroe is playing, you know, an over 500 AA school.
And Brandon Isaac has the ball in his hand. This is watched by Ridgway. He's going to drive in, floats a pass into Oliveros. Plumlee cuts to the top of the key to receive the ball. Now Brown. And they work all the way back to the right side to Isaac again. He's going to drive that right side. Gives it back to a defender. Now finds a cutting Olivero. Shot up from the free throw line. Offline. Rebound brought down by Dunford, and he puts it back up to score.
Both the big fellas are making their presence known here as this game winds down.
Pass all the way across to Mann. He's going to have to come back to Ridgway. Ridgway gets a shot up, 2, and got it!
Yeah, Cooper, you know, this year, he's in his senior year, he just brings something there that not only offensive but defensive, but he's got his indefinable qualities, you know, his intangibles.
Jump shot from Isaac won't go, and it's Ryan Mann with the rebound.
Yeah, he thought about
Ryan Mann gives up his dribble. Wild pass across, but it's another tip pass from Dowdy, this time to Ridgway. Comes to Cole in the corner and tries to get a pass to Baker. It's up in the air, tipped around by Brown. Baker comes down with it, gets it to Dowdy. Dowdy drives baseline. He loses the handle, and last touch, Bobcats.
I tell you what, there's been a lot of really, really almost out of control passes and a lot of strong hands there to keep those passes in within James Monroe's possession. Our King inbounds passes. Ball swung over to Mann. Mann holds the ball back to and back
Three
to
in the air
over in the
from
corner to
Cole, and he gets it.
Cole, and he was semi-defended that time. So that little near side corner over there is his hot spot tonight.
Ryan Cole has dropped in 3 3-pointers, if my count is right tonight.
He's 5G over there.
Drives baseline. Olivero shot up and in.
And good.
And a foul called. They'll head to the line for a possible and 3 opportunity.
There's some unpaid consultants in the stands there for the referees tonight. So
it'll just be the first foul on Dowdy.
It is. I was afraid it was going to tag Brady with that, but as he converts the old-fashioned 3-point play and cuts it back to a 2-point lead with 4 minutes, 10 seconds. The Summers County presses. Dangerous long pass.
And Dowdy drives in, shot up and good. Now extend it back out to a 5-point lead now, 43-38 as we've gone halfway through the fourth quarter.
James Monroe really wants to keep this a 5- and 3-point lead. You alternate between 5 and 3 points. They don't want to get any closer than that.
Long three from and he got it, Oliveros.
And that is not what they wanted to happen.
He has been on
now
a tear here
right
tonight.
back in that press. They have an opportunity to beat it. Once I figured they would come out and trap at half court, but they didn't.
Ridgway with the ball as he's guarded by Lane. They work. It's going to be a foul against Gardner as he reached over Baker.
Yeah, he knew he was beat there. And he knew that if he got on, if Baker got him on his hip, he was going to just drop step down there and score easily. So he probably decent foul to give, as it's not a shooting foul.
Dowdy looks to get the ball in. He's got man to the right side, and now he finds Ridgway instead. Gets it to Cole. Cole comes back to the top of the key to Dowdy. Swings to Ridgway. Ridgway guarded there by Lane. Now sends it back to Dowdy. Dowdy back to Ridgway. And back to Dowdy again. Feed into Cole. Turns, jump shot up. And we have a foul. It's going to be an offensive foul on, looks like it's going to be on Brady Baker. It'll be the third foul on Baker.
Brady went down there in a heap on top of one of the smaller Summers County players. Unfortunate for him.
43-41. Mavericks cling to a 2-point lead now with under 3 minutes to play. And Oliveros pushes up a three straight away. And strong ball is bandied about. It goes to Dunford, but he can't keep a handle on it as it goes out of bounds. I thought he took a couple of steps with it, but they're going to just let it go out of bounds.
He said, is that his? How many fouls is that on him?
On who? Cole gets a man in the air, steps up long two, and it'll be short. Banded about, and it ends up with Brandon Isaac. Isaac gets a jab step, shot up, and another. How does that happen to him? That's happened twice. Hits almost the bottom of the net and then comes out. Anyway, Summers County gets it back. Goes to Oliveros. He's going to drive in, tries to get a pass, and it ends up with Plumlee. Almost went out of bounds, and Gardner saved it. Plumlee scores, ties things up. Now Ridgway comes back to Dowdy. Dowdy with a hard bounce pass to Ridgway, and he'll be fouled by Ben Lane. It'll be a floor foul.
He is a grimace there as he went down hard on that right knee.
We'll have Gardner come out and Dunford come back on.
Yes, that's Oliveros' fourth foul.
That was on Oliveros, wasn't it? I thought it was on Ben Lane. It's credited to Oliveros instead. That's huge.
That's the first time that they've had a significant amount of trouble out of that press since Summers County's been doing it. I don't know if they'll continue to or not.
And Dowdy almost loses the ball, but he gets it back, and now it's tipped away by Isaac. Oliveros is on the drive against Ridgway. Ridgway couldn't give a foul there, so he had to just let him kind of have some room, and he drove in and scored. Takes a 2-point lead with a minute and a half to play. Ridgway brings the ball across the line. He's watched by Isaac. Swings a pass back around to Dowdy. Dowdy finds Ridgway into the corner to man. Three in the air. Bounces around, brought down by Baker, and he goes up and scores to tie the game with 70 seconds to play.
Tell you what, Brady's having a career game tonight.
Now Isaacs has the ball. See if they try to hold. Calling for a play.
Come down just under, coming up on 45 seconds now.
Now Ridgway's going to step out and
make
a move.
Isolation because they know that he can't.
Loses his dribble, and we'll get a timeout. That one timeout will remain for Summers.
I tell you what, that was some of the smartest, most in-control defense we've seen because they had the matchup they wanted. They had their premier ball handler, premier offensive player on being defended one-on-one with a man for 4 fouls and no opportunity to switch. And they weren't able to do anything with it, resulting in that timeout. So, shine a spotlight on Cooper Ridgway there for being mentally present.
He almost tipped that ball away, would have had a steal, but able to get it back. Had to give up his dribble, and that brought the timeout. High game.
We've been saying that a lot the past 48 hours.
Yes, we have. 37.6 seconds remains in regulation. Tie game, 45 all. Summers County will have an inbound.
And they're going to have.
They have one timeout left.
They're going to have a set
5.
play here. I just wonder what it's going to be.
And they're going to get the ball into Oliveros in the backcourt, and Dowdy's going to follow him there.
I would anticipate him to try to get Oliveros set up for a three-pointer off of a screen.
They work the ball to Brown. It's down under 30 seconds now. Oliveros back to Brown.
Summers County's going all or nothing here.
I think they want to take this last shot and either win this thing or take it to overtime. 14 seconds. They go to Oliveros. He's guarded at midcourt by Dowdy. Find Isaac. Isaac is going to call their last timeout with 7 seconds left. And so they're going to run time off and then set up a last play here to try to get a win.
I'm thinking everything they did in that last interval there was with the idea that they were going to call a timeout with 9 seconds left.
Yeah, as soon as Isaac got the ball in that last one, he looked back to the opposite side clock and then called the timeout.
At a very specific spot, too. They wanted him, something makes me think that whole interval there was for them to set this play up that's coming in now. If you're Matt Savage right now, I guess you break out the crystal ball and see if you can read a mind.
Yeah.
The one thing you've got to be careful of, those do not.
So they're going to have Isaac throw the ball in.
Same as before.
And they get it up to Plumlee, hands it to Isaac, and he's going to be fouled. It's a pretty smart play by James Monroe, honestly.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a shooting foul. And, they did set up 2 picks with Olivero rolling to the left over next to their bench to try to get him loose for that 3.
Yeah.
Like I kind of guessed. They also set a pick for
James Monroe still has a foul to give, and they're going to hand the ball. And that's a tough shot up from Olivero. Tip at the last second. It won't go. Somebody lost a shoe, was Plumlee, and we're going to head to overtime again. I told you guys about an hour ago, hey, it could be some extra basketball tonight. And here it is. Let's take another break so I can catch my breath. And at 45 all, we're going to be back for a 4-minute overtime period again.
Worst thing I think about this is
We are headed back. It's overtime. We're very familiar with overtime.
Let's see. Let's see if they're going to have Ridgeway stay coming into the game here, or keep him.
Well, they're sitting 6 players on right now, and now Will Boggs is going to go back to the bench. Yeah, I don't think they're going to allow that. I mean, it's a bold strategy, but I don't think we'll get by with that.
Definitely give him credit for thinking outside of the box.
So it'll be a jump ball again. Isaac versus Cole.
Deja vu all over again.
And here we are again. A couple hours later, and we're off. Tip goes back to Man. Man comes to Dowdy. Remember, 4 fouls for Oliveros, 4 fouls for Ridgeway. Something to keep in mind in this period. And they come back to Dowdy into the corner to Cole. Back to Dowdy on the right wing. Bounce pass into Brady. He's going to go to Ridgeway. Open shot from straight away. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Lane. Lane will find Oliveros, and here come the Bobcats. Ball goes to Isaac.
And Janesville playing a really, really soft man defense right now.
And Isaac is going to drive left side. Jump shot up, short. Rebound out to Isaac.
He's going to pull the ball back and reset again.
He's going to make Ridgeway come out and defend. And now Oliveros works against Dowdy. He'll come back to Plumlee.
Yeah, there's no point in overpressuring the ball right now. This late, at this stage of the game.
Isaac's going to drive in, kicks a pass over to Lane. Now comes back to the top to Oliveros. Finds Isaac.
And Oliveros had that dangerous second and a half, a split second there that I'm afraid he's going to put one up.
Clock ticks under 3 minutes now, actually to 2:40. And Plumlee has the ball. Summers County just looking to drain clock right now.
Well, I think they're trying to tempt James Monroe out to trap.
And gets picked up, finds Lane. Comes back to Isaac. Isaac's going to go left side. That ball swiped away. It's on the ground. It's loose, and it's still loose, and it goes. Somebody's got to pick it up. And finally, Mann gets it to Dowdy.
And that man was really, really smart there because he did so without moving his body and picking up a travel call.
Dowdy drives in, blocked out of bounds. Let's say last touch, Bobcats, and James Monroe will have an inbound opportunity underneath their basket. You got Ryan Cole and Brady Baker down here. See if you can get something. They get it to Cole. Tips the pass back to Mann. Mann's going to come to the top of the key to Cole. Cole guarded by Olivero, so we'll just have to go back to Mann. They swing to Dowdy. Dowdy looks inside, finds Ridgeway. Gets a pass into Baker. Baker turns, shot up. Can't get it to go. Long rebound out to Baker. I think that was Ridgeway who tipped that back out. They find Ridgeway. He tries to get a pass. It's knocked away by Isaac and ends up with Oliveros. So 1:43 to go in the overtime. Oliveros gets a jump shot up. It's short. It goes to Ridgeway. Ridgeway's going to slow things up. And come to Mann. Mann with the ball. Drives in. Gets it to Cole in the corner. Shot up. No good. Rebound Baker. Baker goes up. It's knocked away. Dowdy tracks it down. Now to Dowdy in the corner. He's going to drive baseline. Reverse layup. Got it.
My goodness.
Leighton Dowdy.
Use the backboard as your...
Leighton Dowdy gives a 2-point lead to the Mavericks with now under 1 minute and 10 seconds to play in overtime. And it's Isaac with the ball.
It continues to be the Dowdy and Baker show into the overtime period.
Isaac works against Ridgeway, drives in, blocked, rebound brought down by Ridgeway. Who got the block? Did you see?
There were three. It definitely wasn't Cooper. He was standing with his hands in his pockets.
And a timeout by Coach Savage. So 41 seconds to go. Mavericks have a 2-point lead and the ball. Hey, Andy. Who got that block?
I couldn't tell. I know who it was. Ridgeway. He had his hands in his pocket.
We're trying to figure out who got that block, and nobody could see. There's 3 Mavericks in the place, and the only one we know didn't get it was Ridgeway because he caught the pass on the backside.
Yeah, it could have been Baker, and I couldn't tell you who the third one was. I don't believe it was Dowdy.
Could have been Cole in there. Could have been Mann. 30 seconds remain in this full timeout.
Well, it wasn't like a typical block. It was more like he kind of knocked the ball out of his hands as he was going up because the ball just pretty much just went straight up in the air.
Yeah.
It wasn't blocked down.
Foul situation at the moment. James Monroe has 3. Summers has 2, so a lot of fouls to give before anybody goes to the line.
With this going in overtime, Summers County, they did pick up a fresh set of downs there in terms of a fresh set of timeouts, fresh set of downs. Wrong sport. This game was actually higher scoring than I thought it was going to be going into the fourth quarter.
Well, it helps that we had a little extra time. Although there's only been 2 points scored in this overtime. So let's see. James Monroe is not going to be in any kind of hurry here. They're going to get this ball in.
Yes. And they're going to go right to the four corners. He helped to get across the timeline.
Dowdy gets across, down to almost 30 seconds now. They trap Dowdy. And a pass into
goodness.
Cole, who is wide open and
miss.
Score. Oh,
But,
my
yeah,
goodness. He was right in front of it.
And Summers County lost the ball. They had that rebound, and I think they knocked it away from each other.
Wow. Fortunate break there
As we're
for
down
the Mavericks.
to Mavericks being bound with 28 and a half seconds left now.
And it comes out to Mann. And Mann's just going to stand there as long as he can. And there'll be that's Oliveros. He fouled out.
Yep.
That's similar to the play we saw last night.
Trying his best to pick up the offensive foul there. It was just about a quarter of a step behind the ball or behind the play.
It was just under a minute, maybe a little over a minute last night. Oh, it was under a minute last night when Braden McClung had to give his fourth or fifth foul in the overtime period. And now it'll be Plumlee to foul. And they'll still have one they have to give before they actually send anybody to the line.
Yeah, we're down to...
so now you're going to want to get this ball in the hands of Cooper Ridgway. And Ridgway's going to actually throw the ball in. I'd almost bring Dowdy over and try to get the ball to Ridgway. We've seen how good his free throw has been lately.
Anticipate he's going to inbound the ball, hoping that he's got that... he can inbound the ball, throw the ball right back to him before his defender can pick back up on him. And who knows, they may sometimes it's a strategy to leave the inbound man undefended, and use that extra man to defend the inbound or to defend the targets there and see if you can't get a 5-second violation. James Rose got 4 timeouts, so you wouldn't think that would happen, but
it's the third foul on Plumlee.
And just because it tends to have a impact from time to time, the possession area is going to Summers County. So it's a jump ball. They will be getting the ball back. Let's see. Looks like Ridgway's going. Yeah, he's going to be inbounding the ball.
Yeah, they're going to stack this here. Brady Baker's had a pretty good looking free throw today too.
I thought they were going to leave him undefended. They pretty much did leave the, of course, the foul right away.
Give it to Cole. You have to foul Cole. It'll be 20.8 seconds. If he can make both of these, he stretches it to a 2-possession game. If he only hits one.
Well, after the 6-inch jump shot or the 6-inch putback that he missed, you kind of think maybe he is the man to foul tonight. Who knows? We're going to find out as he prepares to take his first free throw and gets the roll.
And Summers County will get their big men down low. And they're going to send Lane all the way back. So Man's going to have to turn and stick with him.
This is now a 3-point ball game. So if he misses this, Summers County's probably going to run down the ball, call timeout, half court, and try to set something up for a 3-point play.
Shots up, and he got it. They're going to get a timeout, and they're going to bring Will Bogus into the game for Cole. Bogus being brought in right now for his defensive prowess.
Yes. Speed and pressure, and he's going to come down. Well, they're going to bring 2 players down.
He is going to stick Brandon Isaac like glue, I think, and they get a screen off of him and get us the ball to Isaac. He's going to drive in, drives baseline, turns, and tries to get a pass, but it's taken away by Ryan Mann. It'll be a foul there as he had to grab his jersey, and with exactly 10 seconds, number 20 will head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, I tell you, that's a fortuitous time to turn the ball over for Mann to snag that turnover because that screen set right down here right after the inbounds pass was a really smart and really unexpected play. And with the fellow with Isaac's speed, he could stay free off of that screen all day long. As Mann gets the roll there to increase the James Monroe lead to 5 points. It's kind of identical to last night's game.
Shot up and got it. Yeah, this is coming down basically exactly the same.
And
ball tipped away and knocked out of bounds. Ryan Mann. Hey, you're Ryan.
I said last night his forte is his defense.
And it's going to be Will Bogus who's just going to get this ball and run things out. Summers County concedes that they're not going to be able to get back into this. And then with that, that's going to be the end of the game. Monroe County, James Monroe does it 2 nights in a row, an overtime victory.
Against teams that, well, this is a double-A team, so you've got to take their record into account there, that they are just over 500. But both West and Summers County played well beyond their records tonight.
Yeah, they both came in here and gave James Monroe everything they could handle. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't get any easy for James Monroe, as Greater Beckley is going to be coming in here Friday night. We'll have that for you, but no rest for the weary. As it said, there's going to be 1 day break, and then you're going to be right back against one of the tougher teams you see in any given year. So we're going to take a break and be right back with post-game and interviews. And don't go anywhere.
Check.
Static. Crowd. Nothing. Why?
three guys for this 51-45 overtime victory. Leighton Dowdy, Ryan Mann, and Brady Baker. Get their stats to you real quick. Dowdy comes away with 9 points, 3 assists. Mann has 8 points and 7 rebounds to go along with his 2 blocks, and Brady Baker comes away with the big double-double here, 15 and 14. And James Monroe comes away with a second in a row overtime victory. So let's just start from 2 overtimes in a row. How are you guys feeling right now?
A little gassed, but it happens. You got to play through it. It's good.
Yeah, we'll just move that thing around. Okay, let's start with end of the first quarter. You hit that 3 from the parking lot. So tell me, I mean, you guys always, somebody gets a 3 up at the end, but it never goes. So what did you see?
Nothing really. I just threw it up and it went in. One hand, it just chucked it and it'd be one. I didn't think it went in. I thought I just hit the front of the net, but I guess it did go in.
Oh, yeah, it definitely went in.
Yeah.
It didn't touch anything but the net as it went in. And then you had another play a little bit later we want to talk about, too. We talked a lot about. You were involved in this one. A high pass comes in. You go up, catch it, and just tip it to this guy right here who lays it in. So there was a lot going on there. Where did you guys, practice that or anything? You did it a couple times this game, actually. Take a high pass and find somebody. So what's going through your head when you see that coming?
It, but I just seen both come to me, and I was like, somebody's got to be open. And I just jumped up and passed it, and he was open. I seen both of them come, and somebody had to be open.
Brady, you had looked like a tough matchup. You had a pretty big guy in there working against you today. You two were going back and forth, but you cleared out that 15 and 14 night. So you talked about Cam Thomas last night being somebody you had learned some things from. Is that something else Cam showed you, or would you pick that up somewhere else?
I don't know if Cam's as big as me. I'll throw that out there. That might be my own thing.
That's for sure. You had that soft hook shot going again for you tonight, and you're putting it to work. Ryan, we got into overtime. It was close going back and forth. You came up with a few just clutch defensive plays there. So you had the takeaway down here and this play right here where you just got the inbound, smacked it off, I think, of Plumlee and got it out of bounds. So what's going through your head in that overtime on those defensive possessions?
Really, I'm just thinking about winning the game, to be honest. I was just tuned in, just doing everything to win.
That was a real heads-up play. You didn't have a lot of room to operate there, and managed to bounce that ball off him, bounce out of bounds. Leighton, have you ever been double-teamed so much in your life?
I don't think so. It's
we
crazy.
Remarked that they were double and triple-teaming you every time you got the ball.
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't dribble. I just had to get in somebody else's hands and let them go to work.
Create a lot of opportunities, though.
I guess there's 3 people on me. There's 2 people open. So.
And once again, the couple touch passes that you had, those long, and some of those were some almost out of control passes.
Yeah.
They make an older fellow have heart palpitations seeing those things going off the edge of your fingers out of bounds.
Sometimes when they're in the air, I get a little nervous too when I see them going up.
But such good vision of court from everybody.
Yeah.
And particularly last night. Man, I said, you're probably the premier defensive player on this team, and of course you showed it. Yeah, I'm sorry, and you showed it again tonight. Coming up right there when it was needed, particularly against this. It's a tough. They're just over 500 team, but you can doggone they shouldn't be. With the way they played, and going back to Brady, butter on your fingers or something? What's up? I mean, the touch after that was a lot of physical contact. It's 24 is a big old boy. He didn't have the foot speed that you had. I mean, you could drop step on him anytime you wanted to, but to maintain that good physical touch, and like I said, all of you guys from last year to this year, games developed so many different ways, and it's an opportune time to see it. Anyway, it's just wanted to congratulate y'all guys on a tough win, and y'all might have an easy day tomorrow.
Another play that we talked about, the foul you gave to Isaac right as regulation was ending, I thought was a really smart basketball play to know you had the foul to give and to see what they were trying to do and stop them right there. So talked about it. You guys have Greater Beckley coming in Friday. It doesn't get any easier from here for you. So what's your plan? Do you know what your plan is for tomorrow and how you're going to prepare for that? Maybe an easy day. How's your legs?
I'm a little tired, to be honest, but a little ice bath, that'll get us ready.
Yeah, just take care of your body. Go home, get an ice bath, a nice hot shower in. Come in tomorrow ready to work. Get ready for Greater Beckley. That's all we can do.
One day at a time, kind of what you said last night. All right, guys, anything you want to say? 2 overtime victories in a row against 2 tough teams that came in here. You got a third team coming in. Anything you want to say before we go?
I'm good.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Hey, we appreciate you guys. That's going to do it here for tonight. James Monroe with 6 quarters of action in the past 24 hours. And, not 6, 10 quarters, 8, 5, 10, 5 each night, 10. 10 quarters of action in the past 48 hours. And, 2 victories, so not much you can say about that. We'll be back Friday night for the Greater Beckley game. And until then, we'll see you then. And I need a break myself. So.
Shout out Gracie Man.